Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen Scarlet, Pimp Sunkiss, coming at y'all right quick, right fast, maybe, with a pick-a-pal for the full moon in Leo, messages for the heart chakra. And many of you may know, but for those of you that don't, I'm here to tell you that Leo and the heart chakra go hand in hand, as the heart chakra rules Leo and Leo rules the heart chakra. So I definitely wanted to tap in on a love front, relationship front, and also, if it comes up, the financial and money front. Because if you didn't know, that is all that the heart chakra entails and more. But we're going to go through and see what it has for all of you. And without further ado, let's get into the pick a pal. We have three different pals here. For the first pal, we have a cover art imagery of Shaka Khan. For the second group, it is cover art imagery for Beyonce. And for the third group, there is another variation of cover art imagery of Beyonce. Child, so take your time. Pick your pal. You can do it based off of the imagery. You can do it based off of the timestamp. You can do it based off of meditation if you need to pause it. Do your thing. But without further ado, child, we're going to go ahead and get into pal one. Alright, group one, I ain't gonna lie, the energy for this group is a little heavy. And we're gonna see if we can lighten it up a little taste, or maybe a lot of taste. But let's see, child. Okay, so I want to start off with the channeled song that you all have that was divinely designed and chosen for this group. And it is Keep Your Head Up by Shaka Khan from the Medea's Family Reunion soundtrack. So a little background info on Miss Shaka Khan, whose original government name was Yvette Marie Stevens. And shot a debut in 1978 with a self-titled album by the name of Shaka, which features one of her most well-known hits, which was recreated and child evolved by another great by the name of Whitney Houston, which is I'm Every Woman. But we ain't here for I'm Every Woman, and we ain't here for that album right now. We here for Keep Your Head Up, which came out in 2005, a year, maybe some months before the movie Medea's Family Reunion came out in 2006. Now, for those of you who may not know, Medea's Family Reunion is a play turned movie, written, directed, and all that by your boy, your man, your guy, Tyler Perry. And this one, well, the movie is different from the play. So we're going to focus on the movie. The movie is centered around, I can't see the word right now because it's early in the video, but the movie is centered around themes of family, unity, generosity, I would say, as it concerns creating family out of people who were once strangers and seemed to have come up at the wrong place at the wrong time, but ended up being one of the best things that could have happened. And the movie is also centered around some rather dark themes, such as traumatic pathologies that have been passed down through generation and generation and generation in the family, yet is not highly spoken on, addressed, unpacked, or dealt with, and therefore left unhealed. And the cycles tend to be left to be continued. So definitely give that some thought as it concerns the messages for the heart chakra and as it concerns us getting through the rest of the messages coming through as well. You may also want to do some reflecting on what was going on in your life during the years of 2005 and 2006. And what was going on in your life the first time you ever saw the movie, if you have seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend that you see the movie. It is one of Tyler Perry's good ones. And it coming up in this reading and at this time is definitely by no coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence for that matter. Anywho, so we are going to give attention to the imagery of the cover art for the movie and also the imagery for the cover art of the artist in particular that I have in the bottom left-hand corner. And in correlation with the song, Keep Your Head Up. Don't say you love him. Walk away from all that has hurt you. This is about snapping out of the pattern of being in transactional relationships. And this is not just concerning money. This is also concerning omnipotent energies such as emotions and morals and values and things of that nature, or acts of kindness and things of that nature. So some of you may be dealing with this pattern where you feel like you have to keep people in your life, or you have to constantly forgive people, or you have to take crap off of people because they have done something nice for you in the past, or because they're being nice to you now, even though they were disrespectful to you just yesterday or just this morning. Something from your childhood has conditioned you to habitually function in a way where you put your feelings and your own safety also to the side in order to repay the people that you have emotional exchanges with. It's as if it is or has become a toxic love language, if you will. Many of you are dealing with having a toxic love language of making yourself a doormat and centering your life around people that you care about, specifically people that you have maybe romantic or sexual relationships with. You start to zone completely in on that person and forget about yourself, forget about your passion, sometimes forget about your friends and family and other people that care about you, and start to put all of your energy and all of your eggs into the basket that you have with that person. And this ends up building a lot of resentment. And this also ends up creating monsters who ultimately end up feeling entitled to run over people because of what they have been through in life, or because what they feel like they have been through in life, or simply because they have just gotten spoiled off of people like you not holding them accountable and letting them get away with things for whatever reason that you've been taught to come up with to let them get away with it. So that's a part of the reflection as well, looking back through the adults, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, different adults that were in your life when you were coming up, and the relationships that you observed, because it is likely that many of you have been emulating those imbalanced dynamics and those toxic relationships in your life in the past years, the past months, or maybe even now you are struggling with coming out of that pattern. So like I said, you're going to need to reflect on that so you can unpack it and start redirecting yourself to handling things differently. So that particular part covers the imagery of the movie. Now, let's talk about the imagery of the artist in particular in the bottom left-hand corner. It honestly goes with the message of the song, Find Your Power, You Know You're Strong, Keep Your Head Up. It's all about low-key, high-key, by itself and in correlation with the movie. It is about a person building up the strength to leave a toxic, abusive situation. So many of you may also be dealing with where you are in the midst of building up the strength to leave a toxic, abusive situation, or you have just gotten into a rather I wouldn't say comfortable place, but a place where you can kind of stop and smell the coffee for a bit with having built up the strength to leave toxic situations, to cut people off that were doing you a disservice. And this is definitely about letting your hair down, throwing your hands up, dancing, going with the wind, and letting yourself be joyful and enjoy life. And as we're about to correlate this musical message with the card here, really tap into your passion. So we have the passion card here with the number 34. So you put the 3 and the 4 together and you get 7, lucky number 7. So this is also a thing of balance. It's a thing of purpose, love, manifestation, also business, and matters of the heart. Of course, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So we got some sacral chakra healing to do here. Root chakra as well, but definitely emphasis on sacral chakra. I am picking up a lot of healing and purging that needs to happen in the sacral chakra concerning sexual trauma, concerning issues with domestic violence, intimacy partner violence, family violence, and whatever situation it is that you have worked your way out of, and whatever situation it is that you are working your way out of. Tapping into your passion now and after. For those of you that have not yet cut the cords, where you need to cut the cords off, meaning you have not released that relationship or released that tie to whatever it is. For some of you, it could be some type of addiction. For some of you, it's some type of attachment to some type of memory that you have with a person. And for others of you, it's, the plethora of things that I have already said. But once you cut those cords and build up the strength, find your power, you know you're strong, and remove yourself physically and energetically from those situations. First of all, physically removing yourself from those situations, because I'm about to tell you what the divine realm, what the full moon in Leo is sending a message to your heart chakra in order to help you emotionally remove yourself from those toxic situations. And that is through putting your energy into your passion, into your dream, into whatever it is that you love doing. And this is also a part of why you need to do all of that reflection, because you need to tap into some of the desires and some of the things that you like to do as a hobby, as leisure, for fun, for creativity, all of that, because those things are connected to your passion. So in blatant terms, I am picking up that some of you have just broken off a relationship, or called a break, or called for some type of separation in a relationship that you're dealing with. And you're kind of been wondering, like, what are you going to do with your energy? What are you going to do with your time? How are you going to keep yourself from like dwelling and focusing on the emotions and the heartbreak that come with it? And definitely allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. Allow yourself to cry if you need to. Allow yourself to journal. And most of all, like I said, what the divine realm is trying to push for you is for you to redirect your energy, all of the energy that you have been putting into everybody else, and that you have been putting into that person, and that you have been putting into everything else. You need to use that energy for your passion. If it's content creating, you need to start content creating. If it's writing, you need to start writing. You need to start signing up for some classes, enrolling in school for whatever it is that you feel like your dream is, whatever it is. Start doing research also to figure out how you can monetize these things as well. Because like I said, with the numbers 3 and 4 here, and coming out to number 7, you need to really tap into this, because all of those things are attached to your purpose. And your experiences that you've had, including the bad experiences, are all coming together for you to put that wisdom and whatever motivation that you can grasp from those situations into your passion, so that you can relate to people, so that you can help people, and also so that you can evoke drastic change in this world and in this universe, on the levels of how people exchange energy with other living beings. So definitely listen to the song, definitely watch the movie, and also do some research and some studying of your girl Chaka Khan. She is also an Aries. So also, it's no mistake with this passion card being here that we are needing to tap into some Aries energy as well. Being ambitious, taking authority over ourselves and over our situations, over our destiny and our life path, and not waiting for other people to give us permission to move. And also being fuckless and other people's thoughts and opinions. Still be courteous and considerate, but don't let other folks' thoughts and opinions put you in no chain, okay? You better stand up for yourself. Know your rights, know yourself, know your worth, okay? Okay. Not to mention, another reason why, definitely get into gathering whatever inspiration you can from Chaka Khan, how she, carries herself on stage and in her videos, the soul that she's put into her work, the accomplishments that she's had, the darkness that she has had in her life, and how she has overcome it, and how sometimes even to this day she still struggles through it. Definitely do your due diligence to take the time out to take whatever inspiration and wisdom you can from her display of herself, and also from her story, because it is meant for you all to emulate the great things that you can grasp from her and her story, and learn from and grasp wisdom from, learn what not to do from her story as well. And I just also feel I need to somewhat reiterate and emphasize that through tapping into your passion, putting your time and energy into your passion, or even into figuring out what your passion is, enrolling in classes, doing whatever it is the due diligence is for you to become successful in that particular field and area of life, that is going to help you heal from your situation. It's going to help you learn a lot about yourself. It's going to help raise your sense of protection, your sense of enjoyment with yourself, your sense of self, your sense of empowerment and trust with yourself. And it's going to enhance and evolve your relationships and bring in better relationships and give you a better sense of discernment and what relationships actually deserve you, your energy, and your passion. And Spirit is also saying to me to emphasize that definitely reflect on this as well. But they're feeling a need to emphasize and bring to your attention that whenever you have lost sight of passion, lost sight of your passion, and gotten off track from whatever your passion is, that is when your life starts to get very rocky and things start to going downhill. So that's like a little nugget, a little clue, a little piece of cheat sheet they want to throw to you and bring to your attention. It's something for you to reflect on also, so you can pull up some epiphanies for yourself. And that's going to give you much more insight on what habits you're needing to break and what other changed patterns you need to implement into your life as well. And with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, I have milked this cow dry. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quotas for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah. And we're moving on to group 2. All right, group 2, we are going to start off with y'all's divinely designed, chosen channel song as well, which is Cuff It by Beyonce, which came out last year on her most recent album, the Renaissance album. I feel like falling in love. Hey, I'm in the mood to funk something. Night I'm fucking something. Got some drink in my. I need a drink. Hey, I'm in the mood to funk something. Yes, okay. So, I want to start off by decoding that song and a little bit on the artist at hand. So, of course, all of us should know Beyonce. Beyonce. Yeah, ma'am. Okay, so Beyonce is a Virgo born September 4th. So we are needing to definitely tap into some Virgo energy, some Empress energy, some Queen energy. Not only that, but Beyonce is also recognized for giving the imagery of a lion as well, with her big blonde golden hair, which resembles that of a lion mane, even though she's a Virgo. So this is definitely dealing with some messages of integration as well. Style, poise, outgoing spirit, outspoken, but also classy, hardworking, and smart working. Yeah, ma'am. I want to also dedicate some attention to the imagery of the oracle card that we have here in correlation with both of the cover arts that we have. So we have a cover art designated specifically to the song Cuff It, and we have another cover art from the album itself. And I strategically placed these two photos. So definitely think about what comes to mind when you see them, specifically as it concerns their arrangement and their positioning on the screen. So in one photo, we have Beyonce laying down like wood, giving all types of sensuality, like I said, class, but also, even though she's laying down, she's giving and exuding a lot of dominance and control. Just as well as we look over to the other photo and we see her on top of a horse, posture straight up, shoulders back, chest out, laced in jewels. Whereas in the other photo, she is practically naked. And in the designated covered photo, she's not the most clothed, but she's laced in jewels and she has on a hat, giving a whole nother sense and imagery of authority. And that is by no mistake. This is also giving a reminiscent imagery of the white horse as well, which is sending me the lyric from another song by the Cheetah Girls, I'd Rather Rescue Myself. All right, now, the lyrics to the song, the vibe of the song is definitely something funky, definitely has a classic yet modernized vibe. She definitely took us back in the day with her on that one, and also brought back in the day to us. It definitely gives the vibe of a cookout, a song that you can throw on when you on a late night date with your boo and just dance it out until you do whatever it is that you do for the rest of the night with your boo, okay? But all right, so it's definitely sending me messages as well that there is a moonology card that I have that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. And this whole energy of this reading is definitely giving me that type of energy that many of you in this group are at the very end of a tough cycle. Look at that 3 and that 6 there. They come together to make 9, and 9 is the number of endings right before new beginnings. So what I'm picking up is that y'all are in the process of shedding imposter syndrome, of shedding some survival's remorse, and of shedding possibly just being in the habit of maybe identifying or resonating or thinking about or operating in some type of way from your past traumas and things that you have been through. Many of you are coming out of that and really in a place where you are ready to dead that and embrace the new. And so it's a need for you all to tap into your frequency of emergence. It's time for y'all to go out. It's time for y'all to network. It's time for y'all to socialize and mingle and have deep, passionate, meaningful conversations with people and give yourself the opportunity to have new experiences, because those new, great, high vibrational experiences, beneficial experiences, are waiting for you to just step into them. And they are leading you to not only love your soul family, new meaningful friendships, rejuvenating the energy of solid friendships that you already have, rejuvenating the energy of soulmate twin flame relationships that are already in unison and in unity with each other. But also for those of you that have not yet come into your soul family, you're bringing more people in. And those of you that may have your soul family, you may be bringing in some more soul family. And like I said, those of you who do not have a soul mate, you may be bringing them in or meeting them in the process of doing your networking and socializing and all that. So I'm also picking up that some of you have a knack for bringing people together. So some of you may want to get into event planning, get into interior decorating, get into matchmaking. I'm picking up as well. And I'm also picking up some film writers, producers, directors. I'm picking up those types of people. And if that resonated for you, definitely start doing your research and start seeing what it is that you need to do in order to build your brand in those areas. Because like I said, you are going to meet divinely designed people in the process to help elevate you through the rest of your process. And many of those people are going to be long-lasting relationships meant to support you throughout the rest of your life. They will be your soul family, soulmate, twin flame included. And it's also going to help you shed residual heartbreak, because like I said, you're going to be giving yourself the opportunity to indulge and experience new experiences, which means that it's going to kind of flip your perspective that you may have had about humanity and about relationships and about your capabilities and the possibilities of your life as a whole. So let's talk about this oracle card that we have here. Holla, 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 holla. All these diamond different colors. Look at the colors on this card. I love it, and the many different things that they are doing. It is giving me endless possibilities. This is the prosperity card. And I done already lightly touched on the angel number present with it, the number 36. So we got 3 and 6. We got divine design, destiny, purpose, alchemy. And we got some love, reflection, past life messages. They come together and make 9. And like I said, it is endings before the new beginnings. But most importantly, I ain't gonna say most importantly, I'm just gonna say big emphasis on new beginnings. So, prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit sing. That's a whole nother sense of integration and harmony, child. Not to mention the musicality flowing through this read, honey. Dealing with, okay, the first group was Shaka Khan, and these other groups are Beyonce. Baby, that ain't no mistake, okay? Okay. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So, again, this is reiterating and expanding the point about what I said about emerging and allowing yourself to network and have new experiences with people, and not just from a networking and business sense, because this is like heavily focused on money, but it's harmonizing your love frequency and your money frequency together, therefore harmonizing your heart chakra as a whole. Because for many of you, it is very likely that with the messages that have come through, your heart, your love is your strength. It is directly connected and coherent with your divine gift. And therefore your divine purpose. So when your heart is off, your money is also off. When your money is off, your heart is also off. So they've taken you through a series of things, and they're about to take you through some better things in order to help you master the balance and integration and harmony of your money and your heart frequency as it concerns your heart chakra, so that you can have more more better, so that you can have more better relationships and more better money. So like I said, it's not just networking in a business sense, but also just allowing yourself to mingle, make friends, form meaningful connections and relationships with other people, and most importantly, celebrate and enjoy and pat yourself on the back for making it through all that you have made it through, and also accomplishing everything that you have accomplished in the process, and despite anything that tried to tear you down or get in your way, or even that was successful at the time in tearing you down. But God, and but that's why we love tomorrow, honey. Okay? We still standing. And it is also celebrating the accomplishments, the success, the love, and the joy to come, and giving yourself a chance to also sample and experience some hints of the more better love and money that you're going to experience in the future. Child, and with all that being said, pause. If you all can, will, and must, it is being put on my spirit at this moment to let you all know that it would be in your best interest. However, because a part of y'all making these meaningful connections is also so that you can have a village, so that you can have people that love and care about you, that are willing to protect you and support you through everything that you're going through on a multitude of levels, including, the physical and the heart. As I said, it's all harmonizing, right? So if you've been thinking about it, and even if you haven't been thinking about it, I'm putting it on your mind now to do or get it done for you. Some protective rituals. Do some rituals of protection and some affirmations of protection around yourself. Just because to whom much is given, much is required. And also, the fact that y'all have Beyonce channeling with y'all's reading, it's giving me hot commodity energy. It's giving me very well loved and also very well hated, because you are very well loved and because you are very well gifted. So there are a lot of people that want what you have and are going to want what you have and are going to want and try to get next to you to try to take it from you or to try to just pull you down with them. And that's a part of the message as well. Not to, obsess over that, but to just make sure that you are using your sense of discernment to place yourself around people who have your best interest at heart, and also making sure you're doing your daily due diligence to ensure that you're working with your divine realm to create your protective force fields, if you will. Okay, and for those of you that want to, if you can afford to or have a way to, definitely invest in some security, evolving your security. This can be getting a security team, as in literal bodyguards, and this can also be evolving your security system, your home security system, your car security system, your bank account security system, whatever you got that got a security system and can have any type of form of security system. This is a message and a confirmation for you to evolve the protection of that security system, including as it concerns your spirituality, like I said, doing for yourself or getting it done from someone that you trust, from someone that is credible and trustworthy, a protective ritual. Okay, now, with all that being said, if I do say so myself, I have milked this cow dry. And I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quotas for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah. Now, baby, we're moving on to group 3. Okay, group 3. We have Beyonce, and the song is Heated. And we're going to start off talking about the song and the cover art. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a fan art for the song Heated that I have presented here. And I'm going to go back to where I got this picture from so that I can make sure that I can give them credit in the comments, at least, because I low-key, high-key forgot their names. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna get them credit in the comments. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with the song. So this is Heated off the most recent album, Renaissance, by Beyonce, y'all. This is my jam. When I say Drake and them did that, Drake and them did that. Baby, okay. This song is also the song specifically. The whole album, if I'm not mistaken, is dedicated to her uncle, who also happens to be LGBT. Um, this song in particular is dedicated specifically to him, so much so that she even says his name in the song. Uncle Johnny made that dress, that cheap spandex, she looks a mess. Yeah, ma'am. Snap. I'm talking about snap completely out, child. Snap. Okay, so got a lot of bags, got a lot of Chanel on me. I gotta fend myself off. Gotta fend myself off. I gotta cool it down. Yeah. You got me heated. Okay, so messages that I am getting from the artist and the song. And Beyonce is a Virgo born September 4. So we're definitely tapping into some Virgo energy for this group in particular. We are specifically trying to evoke and master the Virgo aspects of focus and work ethic, specifically integrating that with Leo, which works smarter, not harder. And that particular mind frame definitely allows us to use due diligence and determination and integrate it with creativity and charisma. Yeah, ma'am. And that is definitely what Beyonce gives. No? And this is also like a pop reggae hybrid type of song, or like dance hall pop hybrid type of song. And that's letting me know that we need to integrate the lower chakras, which matches perfectly with the card. But we're going to talk about that when we talk about that. Specifically concerning the lyrics of the song, they give a message and a story of basically constantly having your patience tried, showing the growth of not reacting the way that you used to react. It's given that back in the day, I would have went ham. I would have caused all types of havoc. But now, baby, got a lot of bands, got a lot of Tiffany on me. I gotta cool myself down. It's like having come into the understanding of not only to whom much is given, much is required, but also it's just like I'm too cute to be doing all that. I'm too divine. I'm too clean. I'm too pristine to be getting down in the dirt with you. I got some better things to do, and I got better running through me as well. So I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do the better that I know and do the better that I am. Period. And moreover, I'm picking up for many people in this group that, and for some of you in this particular sector of the group, okay, so there is some grief concerning the loss of an elder loved one, somebody that you were close to, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you admired, somebody that played a major hand in developing you into a wise, successful, strong person. Okay. And for some of you in this particular section of the group, you may not have realized how much the loss of them actually affected you. So it's a need to do some reevaluation on that in the process of reminiscing upon compliments and criticism that that particular person gave you when they were living, because it's a need for you to channel those things and figure out the best ways for you to use them in order to manifest what it is that you're trying to get to and what it is that you are trying to get. I'm heavily picking up artists in this group, multifaceted artists, in this group, I'm also picking up that because you are a multifaceted artist, that you have periods of like mood swing type of things going on, and you probably have kind of been going through that lately, especially with the full moon having come in with all of its energy. And with that being said, Spirit is giving me a message through this song, through this reading, that that particular elder loved one that passed away, it's a need for you to connect with them in an energetic way and in a spiritual way and allow them to be there for you as a spirit guide, guardian angel type of figure and force in your life, and also a muse. Also a muse, because Beyonce, Drake, and her writing team, they used her uncle as a muse for this track and for the album as a whole. And this is someone that had a major influence on her. And look at the masterpiece she created out of that. Look at the greatness and the impact that she made out of it. And so that's definitely something that the divine realm is trying to do for you all. Get you to tap into that ability to use your guardian angel specifically, but also your experiences, to use yourself, to use your loved ones, your inspirations as muses to create and to bring about the change, the stories, the creativity that you want to and that you need to for your divine purpose. Now, child, real quick on the imagery of this fan cover art for the song. So it's giving me a mix of like Run DMC era, which is definitely New York. You know, her husband is from New York, crossed with Victorian age elements. And something about what's going on with her hair or the headpiece looks like locks, but can also look like a headscarf as well. And all of that is confirming and reaffirming the messages of integration and using all that you come from, all that you are, all that you've experienced, all that you've seen, all that you can gain and grasp wisdom, love, inspiration out of, coming together to make optimistic, positive, high vibrational, divinely designed greatness, excellence, and positive change to infinity, which leads us perfectly to this oracle card, which is alchemy. And we have the number 8, which is the number of infinity, which means that you all in this group, you very likely, some of you at least, very likely have a spiritual gift of getting past life visions and messages from the past life. And those flashes, those images are meant to help you understand what you are trying to create for the future, where you're going in the future, and the types of topics and issues that you need to target to make drastic, infinitive change to, not only in your own life, but also in the world. And so this coloration that we have here, remember I said that integrating the lower chakras, so we have red, orange, and yellow here, which are the colors of the lower chakras. So reaffirming and confirming. But we also have purple and white, which is a signification of people in this group specifically having very potent divine gifts. So you all definitely need to meditate and do work on your crown chakra as well as your soul star chakra to heighten your third eye chakra. And all of that is going to heighten your awareness of your spiritual gifts and also your functionality and your use of your spiritual gifts. And it's going to help you gain more clarity on your purpose and where you are going in life, and also how you can be of service to help guide other people throughout the journeys of their life. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. That is definitely where you all's past life vision abilities come in. So that you can recall things from your past life of this life and also from your past life of other lives that you've lived before and that you could currently be living in different dimensions right now as well as in the past. So definitely do your research on that. And like I said, meditate on your crown and soul star chakras. In Nahu, each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform the miracles of transmutation. Boom, pow, pow. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge. Yes, but many of you all in this group have a specific divine gift to being able to access that knowledge, which means it is more effortless for you to do, and it is also meant for you to do. So again, that's why it's very important for you all to align and integrate those lower chakras and make sure that we're also getting a regimen for our crown and soul star chakras. All of the chakras, but those in particular are your strengths. That's particularly where many of your strengths lie, in your root, sacral, and solar plex chakra, as well as in your crown and soul star chakra. So those of you in this group in past lives have many past lives that were filled with running, filled with war, filled with havoc, filled with chaos. And I'm also picking up that for many of you, the beginning, your childhood in this life was also filled with a lot of those things as well. So that's where the transmutation comes in as well, because your divine realm is trying to answer your question that you probably asked many of times. Why this, why that, why me? Your divine realm is trying to get you ready to receive that answer, and they are in the process of answering that question for you. And a part of the answer is for you to transmute those situations into positive change. And that's also why I'm picking up heavy artist energy. There are a lot of artists in this group, and it is meant for you to alchemize drastic positive change in this world, in this universe, through your artwork by telling blatantly honest stories through your art, by delivering blatantly honest divine messages through your art, whatever it is that your art is. And also, as you reminisce, think about the things that you needed, or you wish you had, or you wish you knew when going through all of the darkness that you went through. And that is also what you need to implement. It's like being the change that you want to see, but also extending that to in your artwork. So for instance, if you are if your artwork is being a contractor, being a person that works on houses, builds houses, does stucco, plaster, that is artwork. And so, if you come from a childhood or a life of poverty or a life of having dealt with natural disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, and things of that nature, and had to move around a lot, or just dealt with a lot of discomfort and tragic happenings due to your home or the environment around your home not having a solid, safe foundation, or maybe not having a solid, safe roof, literally. And as far as the environment, maybe the police force wasn't all that good, you know? So perhaps your way of implementing the message is to think about the fact that you didn't have a solid foundation, you didn't have solid protection. So, going out of your way to research and implement the knowledge to build more solid foundations on the homes that you work on, to apply more solid rules on the homes that you work on, or even figuring out what you can do, if anything, to enhance different impoverished areas to make them more valuable to be endorsed and invested in, to enhance the quality and the safety of different impoverished neighborhoods, giving back to your community through your art, through your spiritual gifts, and also through the darkness that you have experienced in your life. Now, child, that's a divinely designed example that was given to me. But it can be applied to musicians, writers, actors, dancers, whatever it is your artwork is. And also, every single field has an aspect of creativity or somewhere where creativity is needed, and creativity and alchemy go hand in hand. So, all of that being said, that is transmutation, using what you got to get what you want. And even using what you don't have. Okay, that's the thing about alchemy. It's not just using what you have to get what you want, it's also using what you don't have or what you didn't have in order to create what you want and have it be able to extend and overflow into the cups of other people. And child, with all of that being said, if I do say so myself, I have milked this cow dry. And I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.